H-A-Y-U.
I have you in my book spelled so many different ways. Here.
Lots of good pictures.
Yeah. All of them?
Okay. Maybe too much, no?
You know what? Yeah, do it. It's okay.
Okay, I saw them somewhere.
Oh, you didn't send this, huh?
Yeah.
It's better to see it.
Yeah. And then it's taking a long time to get to.
See this little food.
Did you get a picture of all of us?
Yeah, just a minute, but I. You want this one?
These ones being.
Yeah.
How do you do that?
Caroline.
Yes, I said he's got a lot of family.
I said, Caroline, she's going to say.
And he's very serious. He wants to take Louis if it's long and they have to stay overnight and he'll not.
These are standard.
Did you see that Arya announced that that's nice.
I know, that was nice. That's
So
what he
that's
did.
my family representative for the.
Here, you
Online.
That's a
On
nice
YouTube.
one. Oh, send me one of these. Oh,
Here, Mom.
Which ones
okay,
you
I will
want?
find.
Send it by which way?
Caroline?
Yeah, but
Text message or
text,
Yeah.
Okay, I said. Yes.
You know, I found one of your toys in my, you know, I just got my new phone. Look how big my screen is.
But
I love it.
Which one?
Yes.
Oh,
This is a 6 Plus.
It's good.
Yes,
big.
because it's big.
My daughter want to buy it.
It's, you know what, when you get used to this, you can't go back.
No, this is too small for me.
It's too small. Yeah. And also,
Where how do
See,
you
mine's
carry
in
it?
between.
oh, yeah.
This is iPhone 6, but see, mine's a regular
This is
size.
6 and this is 6
6
plus.
Plus.
Oh, it's a big
This is like a
difference.
computer. I
Wow.
think this is enough.
It looks like an iPad.
Yes.
Yeah.
You like it? So
Yeah.
maybe I'll buy it because I didn't know if
Can you
buy.
buy one in the United States, take it back to Israel with you?
Yeah.
And then you just, and then you
All
just,
the time.
and then just, what do I say? Then you just have them set it up there. You set it here.
It's all, it's okay.
It failed to send to you guys.
It fell?
Yeah.
But
I don't know. Didn't tell me what.
Oh, and then, okay.
Oh, I tell you what, the satellite here is not very strong.
now, no, it's better than
Really, didn't, none of us.
why? Maybe because they don't, they no, but they buy for you.
I took a selfie with the baby, he sleeps all the time.
Yeah.
Nice.
He sleeps and then he opens his eyes and he looks around and he has lots of good expressions.
It's so hard to snap.
I did exercises with him today. He really liked
The
it.
way you sit time, okay. תראה, אני שולחת לי את בואי נראה אם זה יגיע.
We changed. Caroline's wearing flats and I'm wearing flats.
Yeah.
I know. solicitation out there. I brought these and I'm gonna work to the wedding. I'm gonna work to the wedding. Yeah. I don't know why, I just decided I went to the shoe store.
Maybe you have to I sent you kindly.
I did it. You did it on Monday? Bring other shit, that's what I didn't last very long. Now with the twins, deal, it's like hard to last. I don't know. I'm gonna use it 5 minutes.
So
It
let's
starts
start
the
the
ceremony
ceremony
with all sorts of I don't really, I'm a big fan. Cheap. But that's not expensive brand. They're not expensive.
you know.
But they're like, they're good for you, yeah. Yeah. Who knows? Yeah. You don't know till you wear them. I could just do it tonight, wasn't singing, right here. Oh, there's a realistic dinner, but just for the, not for us, right? Right, because this is. They're Mexican and they're. So they're there. Are they really?
Pretty tight, but more than that, Guillermo's been here for 12 years, so he has a lot of knowledge. So, you know what I'm saying, it's kind of exciting. They have a lot here.
He's one of them.
He's the oldest. It's him and his brother, and he has 2 brothers.
Where are the
sisters? I know his brothers are.
Okay.
Then the sister is Alice.
And then the other sister is Stanford. I heard it's really. I've heard really nice things about all of them. I've never been to, I've never been to. Actually, it was very. Somebody made it.
Yeah, it's great. I
Yeah,
got yeah, someone passed away. So they said if I would do the funeral, so I was in Dallas. I was back here to do your bris, and I'm flying back again tomorrow. All right, we're gonna be in here.
This is the spot.
Okay, excellent.
What else do you need? This is for your use.
Okay, actually, what I'm gonna do, and these are the 2 chairs.
Yes.
I'm actually gonna switch things around
Absolutely.
because I'm a lefty. Although I bris righty.
You're right.
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
What's going on? You got the lens in.
Oh, yeah. You caught me, you caught us late.
Yeah.
I told you why, only for you. I flew to Dallas, went to Midland, was back in Dallas today, and now I gotta fly back to Dallas tomorrow morning. I came back tonight, I was just gonna stay in Dallas, but I came back to do the bris.
You do the rest when you're
Yeah,
back?
someone passed away,
Oi.
and they spoke to me, I got out, they died yesterday, but they spoke to me before they passed away, and they wanted to understand the difference between being buried and cremated
Okay.
from a Jewish perspective. So, end of the conversation was that he said, all right, if you'll do the funeral, because he knew he was dying, just then I'll get buried instead of cremated.
Oh, wow.
So, like,
No
how
problem.
did I say no to
Yeah, I get to
that?
know that.
You're gonna speak all? You're gonna speak all?
Oh, or im aleph, lo imayin.
Yes, because then
Or imayin.
No, no.
That's a very personal
I'm
question.
worried.
Hello.
Hi, Mike Kaminsky.
I'll go with it.
Name
Right in
modes.
front of this little thing.
Naim modes.
I've been working like Diane, like I'm just doing.
You ready?
Uh,
Fantastic.
סומיית בית הזה.
איזה טלית הזה? זה של ג'ו.
זה של ג'ו.
נשמע קצת טליתות?
אני לא יודע. זה חשוב, אני אומר, אני לא כתב מכל לדעת.
Enough light? Enough light? Bring it down there, huh?
I keep my eyes closed down.
Yeah, I know, me too. I said if I can keep my eyes open, I'll be a urologist.
No, that's your son's job.
That's my son's job.
It's late right there, I saw it.
Oh, no.
How many did you do?
Then it is on.
Yes,
It is, fine.
yes, I mean, look, because
So it's what I
we
said.
have problems with the wife, you want to.
Your dad, oh, your dad.
I know, with the.
Is Rabbi Bennett coming? Everyone? No, you're Bennett. Cam is coming.
I don't know, he said maybe.
Maybe, okay.
I thought you
I
were
don't know,
Monday.
maybe. I mean, isn't that like what? I don't know.
I told him no pressure.
Oh, okay. All
He
right.
called me on Monday that he just got an email from us,
Yeah.
and I said, okay, if it works, great. If
Okay,
not,
that's different. That's
if
different.
not, we don't need, you're excused.
Okay, all right, that's different.
And then, that's the last I heard from him, unless you heard from him since then. But he didn't get our message till Monday, so he called me when he got it. Well, I don't know.
Oh, nice. Good.
Is the lineup change or did she make the way, something changed? Okay.
I don't remember. But you did, that was your.
Not that even me.
Did you get an email from Carol? From Debbie? You get an email from Debbie? That's it. No problem.
אני לא קיבלתי.
עוד המחשב הזה, צריך להתראה את זה פה.
כן.
זה מצלם, ומה שרואים פה, רואים את זה בכל העולם. מישהו רוצה עולה על זה, זה שאפשר לעשות אנשים.
Is that already working?
Money, yeah.
Okay, that's the one.
Aya, this one? Okay. יופי, תודה.
ראית את הכוס? אותה ניקיטה.
אני לא ידעתי, אני לא מכירה את הכוס הזאת, אתה יודע? לא ראיתי את זה אף פעם.
Something by the cup, you know.
Because I never saw it. So now I'm going to take a picture.
So it doesn't look like he did when Saka gave it to us though.
קרול, בואי תצלמי רגע אותנו עם מיקי, קרול. קחי את זה רגע. קחי את זה.
Do you
קחי את
have
זה איתה עם מיקי
regular
עיניים.
tubes in this one? All right, I use this for the Bris. The reason why I'm asking is at 2 a.m. when you're changing this diaper and you need 3 or 4 of these per diaper, you are gonna go berserk. So go out and buy the generic antibiotic ointment.
אוקיי, תודה.
It'll be so much easier. Again, I don't care. I'm just trying to send you information.
For that, got it.
Here he is. You share.
Hi.
Hello.
How are you? I'm glad you guys didn't wear the same shirt tonight.
You could have been, it could have been.
It's a close call.
So everything
How you
is
doing,
easy,
Rabbi?
good.
Easier than easy.
Wonderful, wonderful.
How you doing?
You?
And,
I'm probably about the same since I was awesome.
Yeah.
Trying to say where I am comfortable. Gotta catch up to you maybe one day.
I'm actually trying to lose, or reshift it. Okay, that's a better way to say it. I don't mind the total weight, I just don't like getting right to the spots.
Just there'll be a bunch of
Oh wow, we're on camera.
All right, what's the game plan? Whatever you want. Whatever you want. I've been traveling for 2 days, and I got fly out again in the morning, so I hear you. I'll tell you what, I'll do the first half, I'll do the first half, I'll get my hangover after Bris, and, dude, I'm off after Bris and Shaq.
What's the plan there?
So they're gonna speak after you do Bris and Shaq. That's the last story. There's a big I guess
I didn't bring my book, so
you're me. My second one had reached out. Yeah, you do the traditional.
yeah. But I just, it was like crazy.
I like it that almost said I was in Dallas back to the house and then back here.
The year anniversary.
On that
Article last year.
Oh,
The year that Tom Mello was very
It
good
is on your-
don't post it. 30 years in a row.
Oh,
No,
no.
I do it
So he said, tell me all about it. So I spoke to him, he said, well, I don't know. Let's look at it from a carbon footprint, right? You know, and then I said, and from a spiritual side, it's in this church stuff. So that's, it's not true. It's a carbon footprint. It's a win-win. So he says, all right, if we'll be I'll agree to be here. So I know I can Chris. So I can talk about it. I was just right in that. So I can put right in there. So I can just do Chris. And hopefully I'll get back to it's like, I mean, it's good. It's, I guess it enhances the split of the seal. Alright, here we go. Here's my government, right to Hashem, and here's the translation. Loosely. Alright. See, I was admitting that I even have to take my
That's how you roll.
That's how I roll. Now, if it was tuna sushi, then I'd really be rolling.
Yeah.
Alright. I was at this hotel. 3:10. Pleasure to meet you, Mike Rubinsky.
So much after I see lots of your work. I'm a pediatrician.
Dr. Kevin! Oh my gosh, it's a pleasure. Why did I not make that
You
connection?
know, because I use my married name, but I typically use.
Oh my god, yeah, I have my patients. They either go to you or Flex. Yeah. And some of the really so often you talk
The old guys.
So it's like how you like the work. It's good.
It's great. I mean, it's like,
No adhesions, no sticking, none of that stuff.
They're too squeamish, I think, on first year.
They can't because they used to not go to the plastic.
I can't say they are very often. Visions later. And
So here's what I'll tell you. If you have those cases, and because you see them when they're a month old, 2 months old, up to about 6 months, if you tell them to really like your cases, like there are a lot of things up to age 2, like trimming, I don't like to go beyond 6 months, and I can do it right there on the spot. And tell your patients, if you want, I'd be honored. I even, if you want, I can do it in your office. I go to people's houses. You may not want the office because of liability reasons. You have to check your insurance company. But, yeah, no, 100%. I'd be honored.
At the museum in Washington, D.C., I think maybe today's museum, there's a collection of artifacts, and actually divided two of the method. So much more
it's impossible to take too much skin. You'll end up with a bigger scar ring, but at the end of the day, it doesn't affect functionality.
Yeah, I mean, it should just leave it up to the professionals.
So they put the gum in the plastic, they put a bell over it, so they're limited and it's supposed to size skins. With this, we can take as much or as little as we want to match the unique shape of the plants. So it's like a custom made suit. I mean, they're afraid that you can chop off the tip of the glands. Right? It's like anything. Now I'll know who everyone's talking about.
I'm the Safta.
Mazalto Safta.
Yeah.
I can type them.
Nikita is mom.
Safta and Safa's over there.
I'm one of the rabbis at the name. Yeah, I'm the second rabbi at the name.
They were.
I think Leo right now is not.
Right, but they were, right?
So, so maybe they'll be again. I don't really know the story. Yeah, great.
I was there with her.
So, it's a growing start. The truth is, with the we can start very soon.
Good to see you. We're going to see you tomorrow at the Oscar ceremony.
Theoretically could, he did. Where did he gain? Where did he gain?
But he that's what he said. And mine was coming later, so he had a business there. So I'm on representative.
How's your boy doing?
There was some exploration.
He slept at this.
You know, I think 10 years ago. Well, I'm not trying to. lot of these others.
It's a man, so
We were glad to get your day school. Tell them check. And now when that's what happens. We have like more modern orthodox in there. But our day school. It's my congregation. Rubber games. Now I grew up with I grew up with my kids grew up and Lauren, my type brother,
Probably for both of you. Yeah, it's gotta be easy week for us to be in. We got off sneaker.
and he's married.
You know, loop all the way around.
They all went to I used to
I don't. I was running the business side. Even though I love. So I hope it was the right time. So I did it right once to get out of the software. We had the same deal with the neighborhood, which is fine, because I love easy family. I was $7:30 was 4 times fine.
You are from it's a small world.
How school again?
So this closed now.
I'm guessing that's going to be.
They're seeing you over to that. Leo's teacher.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are ready to begin.
My mom needs to be here.
Sure. On behalf of Itai,
On behalf of Mommy and Daddy of Itai and Caroline, welcome to the Bris Mila of their new son. It is my pleasure to be here today to co-officiate with Rabbi Ari from B'nai Amunah. My name is Rabbi Rovinsky, Rabbi Mike, and to be here for this very, very special event. I always like to begin with an idea or a thought to sort of set the stage for what it is we're about to experience. And right now we are in the middle of, on one hand, a very joyous time. We have just left Egypt a few weeks ago, and we are traveling through the desert, preparing for 49 days to meet God at Mount Sinai, to receive the Torah and create that unbreakable bond between him and the Jewish people. So it's a very happy time, a time for personal growth, for preparation. But yet at the same time, this is also a period of mourning. Many people have a custom, we don't take haircuts, we don't listen to music, we don't get married, we don't shave, we don't do a lot of things that you will find mourners who are in the year of mourning for an immediate relative practice. We also practice it during this period of time. So the question is one question is, how do you deal with this conflict of emotion, which seems to be the whole Jewish essence, you know, this contradiction. But I'd like to focus in on what happened. What is the source of this mourning? And then maybe we can leave the Bris with a powerful message, not just for Mommy and Daddy, but for all of us. The period of mourning, the Talmud tells us, is a result of a terrible plague, a plague that befell the students of the great Talmudic sage, Rabbi Akiva. Rabbi Akiva didn't even know the difference from an aleph to a bet at the age of 40, knew nothing about Judaism. He started his studies at the age of 40. Now that should be inspirational enough for us, and not too late for any of us. We can get started. But he amassed 24,000 students. He was the rabbi of the Jewish people. And 24,000, or 24,000 minus 5, passed away in a terrible plague in 33 days between Passover and the holiday of Shavuot. And the sages asked, why did they die? What was the plague? What was the punishment for? Now, we obviously don't know what God's reasons are, but the Talmud says, "Mipnei shelo nagu kavod zu lazu," because they did not show each other proper respect. Now, we're talking about the students of Rabbi Akiva. I can promise you, if we would treat each other the way they treated each other, it would be the Messianic era, it'd be world peace. But on their level, the slightest infraction, whatever that may have looked like, was not tolerable, and it was a character flaw that knocked them out of being able to be a link in the transmission of our sacred heritage. So they perished in a plague. That's what the Talmud says. So one of my teachers asked the following question, and he said, we know God operates midah k'neged midah, measure for measure. That means he rewards us, and he sort of gives us a little awakening when we need it in ways that we see a direct correlation. For example, what did Pharaoh do to the Jewish babies? He threw them into the Nile. He drowned them. How did the Egyptian army, how did God punish the Egyptian army? He drowned them, right? In the Red Sea. In other words, there's always a direct correlation. So my rabbi asked, what's the correlation between not treating each other properly and perishing in a plague? Since when is there a death penalty for not being nice to somebody, even on their level? So listen to this answer. It's unbelievable. He said that the Torah teaches us that when we are positively engaging with our fellow human beings, when we smile, when we're supportive, when we go the extra mile, the Talmud tells us that we give them life. A smile gives another person life. An act of chesed, an act of kindness, gives another person life. So if you withhold that, If we don't do that, then in effect, we are taking away life from that person. So since they didn't treat each other on that proper level, based on who they were, it was as if they were taking away life. So the consequence, measure for measure, midah keneged midah, again, we don't understand how God works, but was that they perished in a plague. Now, that's very deep, way too deep for me. But what I walk away with from this is the power of our interpersonal relationships. The importance of learning how to interact with one another. You know, we have people who are like super spiritual. They have great relationships with God, right? They may blow you up out of that relationship, or they may give you the shirt off their back out of that relationship. But it all has to do with the relationship with God, and there's a forgetfulness about the importance of the relationship with their fellow human being. And then the flip side is, we have people who are awesome in their interpersonal relationships, but they lack in their relationship with God. And I believe the message is that we have to excel in both areas. We have to have a solid relationship with God, and we have to have a solid relationship with our fellow human being. In other words, we have to be balanced individuals. And that is the message of this period as we are preparing to encounter God at Sinai. The first thing we have to do is we have to fix our character traits. That's what the Torah tells us. And that's really what parents have to do. When we think about it, parents are entrusted to infuse their children with the qualities and the essence, whatever the ingredients, whatever they need to be able to excel in their relationship with God and with their fellow human beings. That is really our bracha to the two of you, is that God should give you the strength, because you'll need it, but more importantly, the wisdom to discover your children, to know their strengths, appreciate their challenges, and use that by role modeling and teaching them how to excel in both areas, in Adam Makom, in the relationship with God, and in Adam Chaverei, in the relationship with the fellow human being. And if you succeed in that with God's help, you will raise a family that will not only bring the two of you much joy and happiness, but all of us, the entire Jewish people, and all humanity. Everyone here has been to a bris before? Oh no? Okay. All right, so let me explain what's about to happen. You obviously have been to one, because you're like standing like this. Now, I don't know why you're standing like this. The ceremony is 3 basic stages. The first stage is when the baby will be carried into the bris area, which will be done by Didi and Sabta. Words of welcome will be sung, and then the baby will be placed down on this chair, which is being designated as the Kisei Shel Eliyahu Hanavi, the chair of Elijah the prophet. Jewish tradition believes Elijah the prophet comes to each and every bris to care for the baby and mother in their recovery. A short prayer will be said both in Hebrew and in English for everyone to understand and appreciate. Following the chair of Elijah, the baby is placed on the lap of the sandik. The sandik is the person who holds the baby during the actual bris. Traditionally, that can be the father, or if the father chickens out, a grandfather. Peepaw will be our sandik today. By asking me to be here, Itai is making me his shaliach, his agent, to do the bris for him. Because really, Jewish law mandates that the father perform the bris on his own son. However, in the interest of the continuity of the Jewish people, God said, if you don't know what you're doing, please call someone who does. Mommy called me to make sure that I would be here today. But in all seriousness, it is my responsibility to always turn to father, to daddy in this case, Itai, and ask them if they want to do the bris themselves, because it is their mitzvah. Itai, you want to do this yourself, or should I continue as your agent?
I'll let you do it.
Or you want to do a partnership?
I'll hold your hand.
Okay. Okay. I don't know, in 28 years and over 11,000 babies, I've only had 2 fathers actually say yes. So, all right, but you can hold my hand or whatever you'd like. All right. We'll each have a blessing to recite. The bris will take place. No, okay. And then it'll be my honor and pleasure to turn the ceremony over to Rabbi Ari for the difficult part, which is the blessing over the wine, the baby, and the naming ceremony, where this young man will receive his Hebrew name for the very first time, which he will carry throughout what we hope to be a very long, happy, and healthy life. If you have any questions afterwards, please don't hesitate to ask. I like to make this an educational experience. We will be including Uncle Oren and Saba later on in the ceremony. And I think we're ready. Okay, Didi and Savta. You will take the baby. Baruch haba Hanimo lishmona ashrei tivchar Uskar bishon chatzerecha Izba'avetu beisecha Kiddush hecha lecha. Okay, do you guys face the camera? Can you get a picture? Turn around. They're all the cameras right there. There you go. That's the most important thing. Uncle Oren. Oh, and up there. Who are we talking to, by the way?
Israel.
Israel in Detroit.
The world.
That's Lila Shama. Okay. All right, Uncle Oren. Take the baby, please. And place him down on Kisei Shalom.
Everybody.
I don't know if fun's the right word. But...
Not right now.
Oh, afterwards. Okay. In line. That sounds good. You got to make it up. Zaki say shalom. You want to be so good all the time. Malach appreciates God when Rabbi Yamin. Shlosh give you the Adonai. See, part of you pass 5 9 minutes of Safa. See, say. Eliyama, we say shalom out. Come right down. Meaning something. See, part of you pass 5 9. Satsa no yom. Safa people say shalom Rav. Shalom Rav. They start Safa man. No one show Asher Tivkar. Describes no Katzenava. It's about to make Safa. This is the chair of Elijah. Elijah, messenger of the Bris. Behold, this child is before you. May you rejoice in God as one who finds great wealth and achieve peace through the love of Torah. Happy is the one who is about to enter into the sacred covenant of Abraham. Keep off. Assume the position. You got it. Knees
Don't
together.
get your shirt dirty, okay? So, yeah.
It'll be fine. Do you want to wear a tallit? Do you want to wear it? You have
Hello.
No, it's a beautiful format.
It's just like that. Yes, for the
Okay, knees together, feet together, hands out to the sides, and watch your thumbs.
Am I going to touch your baby before?
Go ahead.
Okay, Itai, why don't you do that reading first?
He knows what's coming.
Keep your knees together. Oh, okay. I like that too. The English reading.
With all great pride, I stand prepared to fulfill the divine command of ritual circumcision. Presently, my son will be brought into the covenant of Abraham, that it is written, and he that is 8 days old shall be circumcised among you, every male throughout your generation. It shall be a token of the covenant between me and you. Caroline and I pray to God that our son will forever be a source of pride and joy to us as we rise to him, learned and righteous, and that we will always cherish the privilege to share and grow with him in the fulfillment of his life.
Amen. So as soon as I'm done with mine Hebrew, you will immediately begin yours, and then don't let go. Bris Kodesh, L'Shem Mitzvah Hila.
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו לעולם, אשר גידלנו אותנו וציוונו להכניס בברית של אברהם אבינו.
Amen.
Blessed are you, Hashem, the God, creator of the universe, who has sanctified us with his commandments, and his commandments let us enter his covenant of Abraham, our forefather.
Amen. Amen. Mazel tov.
Mazel tov.
L'Shem shenichnas labris, kein yikanes l'Torah. Now just remember, kiddo, this is all Peapo's fault and Daddy's fault. I had nothing to do with this. Oh, maybe a little. All right, there you go. There you go.
I was less nervous when
Why are you less nervous? Yeah, come here, come to Rabbi. I'll keep you away from these meat men. Where's mommy? Their basement. Oh. Got him?
Okay. Yeah. So friends, we're moving to the next phase of this ritual. And in this ritual, we are blessing wine. Now, wine is a symbol, of course, of our joy. Though this is a small cup, we're overflowing with joy at the mitzvah of welcoming this beautiful baby boy into this family. Right? This family, not only the Goldenberg family and the Koenig family, but the family of generations of the Jewish people for all time. And in this beautiful baby boy is represented all the potential joy that has come leading up to this moment, and all the joy that will be. And so we say, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kidashini mibetem v'chofi erosam v'tze'etav chatam ve'opri kodesh hakim mischalot elchech hakinu tzurenu tzavel atzil yididut she'erenu mishachar למען ביתו אשר שם בבשרנו, ברוך אתה אדוני, כורת הברית. Saba is going to hold the baby for the announcement of a name which has been absolutely secret to everyone, including myself. And so as we get to the moment in time, they whisper the name in my ear, and I get the great honor of announcing it. Eloheinu, Elohei Avotinu, Kayem et hayeled hazeh le'aviv u'limo, vayikare shemo b'Yisrael. Amichai bara ben Itai ve'Ariel, Yismacha v'yotzecha l'atav, v'tagelinu b'pri v'idna, kakatu v'yismacha v'cha v'necha, v'tagel yoledecha. ונאמר ולעבור עליהם ועליהם מתבוססים ודמייך ואמר לה ודמייך חיים ואמר לה ודמייך חיים נאמר זכר עולם בריתו דבר ציווה לאלף דור אשר קראת את אברהם ושבועתו ליצחק ועמידה על יעקב לחוק לישראל ברית עולם ונאמר ואמר להם את הפקנו בין 8 ימים כאשר ציווה אותו אלוהים הודו לאדוני כי טוב, כי לעולם חסדו. הודו לאדוני כי טוב, כי לעולם חסדו. עמיחי ברק, בן איתי ואריאלה, הכהן, זה הקטון גדול יהיה, כשם שנכנס לברית, כן ייכנס לתורה ולחופה ולמעשים טובים ונאמר Amen. Our God and God of our ancestors, let this child's name in Israel be called. Why don't you all say it out loud, really loud for everyone.
Amichai Barak.
May the entire family derive pleasure and joy from him, and may God endow his parents with understanding and love, that they may raise their new son Amichai with appreciation for Torah and the will to perform good deeds. In turn, may his heart forever express kindness to all humanity and all of creation. And let us say it together. Amen. May this child who is entering the covenant in the week that we are reading Achremot Kedoshim. May he find holiness. May he find the ability to see that all of us should love each other, and be blessed with that feeling of surrounded by love that we're all sharing with him at this moment, every moment of his life. Let's say amen.
Mommy, Daddy, would you like to share with us a few words about the name or anything else that's on your mind?
All right. Well, okay. Well, first, I want to thank everyone for coming. It's always traumatic, even the second time, maybe more. So everyone, thanks for coming to our home and being part of this celebration with us. I don't know if you know, it was Yom Ha'atzmaut, which is Israeli Independence Day, the day our son was born. And that is, we didn't have any ideas about boys or girls or what was coming. And we knew that when he was born on Israeli Independence Day, we wanted to honor that. And it's an important day for us because of our connection to Israel. It's also a really important day in our family because it's the day that my parents met. So we want to honor that way too. So that is how we came up with this name. Amichai means, Ami is my nation, and Chai means lives. So Amichai means my nation lives, my nation is alive. And then his middle name would be Barak.
Barak, it means lightning. And there's a little bit of a story with that because a lot of you know that when I met Itai, it was love at first sight. And I used to tell people when they said I was crazy that I didn't care. I was hit with the lightning bolt. And as our love continues to grow, we welcome this next baby, Amichai Barak. And for all of you non-Hebrew speakers, for all intents and purposes, Ami.
Itai, there was something else you wanted to say. You told me if you were too nervous and forgot I was supposed to remind you. You remember?
Oh, thank you to my wife. for everything. Everything. I love you so much.
Misha Barak Abaseno Sabiaka, Vivar Kesara, Kanimo, Amichai Barak. Babur Shineta Sabris, Kakwa, Sagishan Shineta Sabris, Kenny Kones, the Torah, the Chuppah, the Massing Taibim, and Aymar. Amen. Mazel Tov. Right. So it's not a bris without eating, without food, without drink. So
Wow, what a name. easy.
Okay, Caroline.
I thought you told me
I'll
so.
meet you upstairs.
That's not gonna be easy.
Ami, your brother's name is Ami. You say Ami.
Yeah.
Now you can say hi, Ami, every morning. Instead of my baby brother, some baby brother name. He has a name now. Yeah, that's how you say your name.
You kept getting. We did the same thing.
I'm another chef, right? Thank you. Another minute. Yes, Ami. Yes, Ami.
Stop.